Alright guys, this is March 15th, 2014, and it's the third week of my diet. I'm currently 231 right now. I'm having a quad workout. I actually had a cheat meal last night, so I felt pretty good today. So I went pretty heavy even though I'm dieting. So the first set was 135, the first working set, 135, and I got 10 reps in. And my form is pretty good. My pace is pretty good as well. I'm not going too fast, not going too slow. This is a comfortable pace for me. In the second set, I went right to 225. I got another 10 reps in. So usually as far as my quad days, this requires my most energy. So I'll either have a cheat meal the day of or the day before, or I'll have a high carb day the day before or the day of. I decided to have a cheat meal, so I had a lot of energy for this workout. So 225, knocking out the 10 reps. Third one, I went to 315. And also got 10 reps in there. So I don't wear a belt like some people do. Like, I used to have back problems a while back, and I used to talk to this one guy who was into lifting, and he basically told me that part of the reason I have back problems is because I'm always wearing a belt. So that's one of the reasons I never got too used to a belt after that one instance, because there was a time where I'd wear a belt for everything I was doing, even if it was light machines, and I just got used to not wearing a belt, and my body adapted to it. So if you have a back issue, you should definitely be cautious. But if your back is fine, try doing heavy exercises without your belt, and you'll notice your body will adapt and you'll get used to not doing it with the belt. And another reason I don't wear belts is because I don't really train abs, and every time I train heavy on a compound movement like a squat or deadlift or something like that, I definitely incorporate my core. I squeeze my core real hard. When you don't have a belt, you're a lot more conscious of squeezing your core and making sure your core is incorporated into your workouts. Into your reps rather. So I'm doing 4 or 5 right now, and a lot of people wouldn't even try this weight without a belt, but like I said, I got used to it and I'm comfortable with it. So I got 4 reps with 4 or 5, and you gotta excuse every single video looking a little different. I didn't have my usual training partner, so I had random dudes videotaping, and everybody was videotaping it differently, so that's why every shot looks a little different. So after the back squats with the barbell, I went to the hack squats, and this is a real good exercise, I think, for adding width to your quads. Now, my quads are pretty thick, but I would always like them to be a little wider, and this is one of the exercises I definitely incorporate on a regular basis. For the most part, when I do quads, I would either start off with the back squats, which I did in this workout, or start off with the hack squats. Usually I don't do both in the same workout, but I felt pretty good and I felt like doing both. So the first set I had 3 plates. I was already warmed up, so I pretty much went into a decent weight. The second set I went to 4 plates, and for both sets I got 10 reps. And my range of motion is parallel. Some people like going a little bit lower. I like going parallel. I used to go below parallel. I was one of the people who believed that if you weren't going low and you weren't doing real squats, but I had a hip issue the past couple of years. It's a lot better now, and I'm just more conscious and not putting too much stress on my hip. So far so good with the hip now. And the third set, I lost track of the weight, but I just kept adding plates on there. So right now this is 5 plates, and I think I got about 8 reps in there. Excuse the random clowns for walking in the picture. Alright, so since I felt so good, I decided to see how much I could get with 6 plates on, and I think I got like 4. Especially since I'm going so heavy, I'm making sure I'm well recouped for each rep before I go down. Taking deep breaths and making sure my mind is right as well as my legs well rested before each rep. And this is an exercise I don't do too often. I don't do the leg presses too often, period. But especially this way, I decided to do a one-legged leg press. This way I could focus on each quad individually. And for most people, their dominant side a lot of the time takes over for certain exercises, especially when you're fatigued. And if you continue doing that, you'll notice that one side will probably be a little stronger or look a little bigger than the other. So once in a while to switch that up, you should try techniques like this where you just incorporate focusing on one side at a time, so you can really keep the stress on each muscle individually, and you'll put the same amount of stress on each muscle even though both are fatigued. So the first set I had 3 plates on each side. The second one I went to 6 on each side, I think. Yeah, something like that. Alright, so I'm knocking it out. I got 8 reps on this one. The first one I did 10 on each side. It felt pretty easy, so I made a big jump in weight, and I got 8 on each side. Alright, cool. So just finishing up with this last set, and after this one I did leg extensions. This is more of a burnout. I used the whole rack, and I actually did 5 sets. I only taped 1, but I actually did 5 sets. So just to really kill the quads at the end, I decided to do this exercise to burn it out. Sometimes I'll do lunges to burn out. In this instance, I decided to do leg extensions. Alright, I'm almost done. And that was the workout for today. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and like my videos. Appreciate it.